AM 560. The Answer.
The year of retribution. What's an NGO? It's a front. You red pigs, you policy pirates. 5 states, 650,000 NGOs account for nearly $2 trillion being stolen from the American people.
The top 5 states for NGOs have a combined total of 650,000 organizations, pulling in a total of $1.673 trillion a year. Minnesota is in the top 5, where there are more than 42,000 NGOs receiving over $121 billion in revenue each year. Plus, they have $342 billion in assets and support more than 740,000 jobs, making nonprofits one of Minnesota's largest employers.
Now we take Somalia. Now Somalia's mine. Scumbags. What are you going to do? No. Don't take the money. You're talking trillions, you pig stole. Trillions. Dave, Lake Geneva.
Yeah, Sean, there's an analogy that I will say nobody's ever said it. I haven't heard it. But you remember the story of Black Hawk Down?
Of course I do.
They made a movie out of it.
Another time I wanted to take a trip. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, the perfect analogy about what Somalians are doing, especially in Minnesota, is what went on in Mogadishu. They are gutting the United States of America from within. And we had service people go there, and they paid the price for going there to basically, spread some kind of sense. But now they're in the country, and they're going to eat from the inside out.
So it wasn't that long ago. It wasn't that long ago that Minnesota was financially solvent. What happened?
Yep.
You said they. Who's the they, right? What if the they is we? The they might be the government itself. You could blame the Somalians, and they perpetrated the crime. There's no question about it. But what if they, the Somalians, were given the blueprint, the schematics, by the American communists, the Democrats? I mean, after all, we're talking hundreds of billions of dollars, billions and specifically, to a small group of people.
Right.
Right.
And they were let in to be able to perpetrate this kind of thing. And because of what you say, Democrat socialists, those beliefs, what they believe, they made sure that it could happen here in the country.
Now, you think it was just stupid face, the governor, that knew this? I'm dead serious. You don't think it was Klobuchar? You mean to tell me $9,000 million was stolen by this small community, and only stupid face is going to get the blame for it?
Yeah, Sean, I'll tell you something else, and nobody's pointed this out either. Bill Ayers and Bowden, he was the district attorney in San Francisco. They were very active in Venezuela with what ended up going on down there. They perpetrated all this chaos and this anti-Americanism. And
Dave, it's how I started the show. What you're saying is how I started the show. There is no Democrat Party in this country anymore. There is the Revolutionary Communist International Organization. That, by the way, Dave, you gave me a clip. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm going long. I want everybody to hear this clip, okay? You would think this was from the 30s or the 20s. You would be wrong. This was from 8 months ago.
In June, hundreds of communists will gather in Italy, joined by thousands participating online, to found a new revolutionary communist international to fight for socialist revolution across the globe. Join us. Capitalism faces its deepest ever crisis. Israel is conducting a brutal massacre of the people of Gaza with the full...
the communists don't like Israel either. But they like that yabba dabba doo. They like the Aloha snack bar. See, the communists and the collectivists around the world, they don't like freedom ever, anywhere. They like subservience, which is why those Mogadishu people with the costumes on, They're perfect for it. Matthew, Franklin, Wisconsin.
Hey, Sean, welcome back from vacation. First and foremost, we all were very happy with Tim Walz not getting, seeking re-election. I'm calling from Wisconsin. I'm just curious, if there's fraud happening in my neighboring state of Minnesota, what are the odds that it's happening in my own streets here in Franklin, Wisconsin?
100%. And here's the thing, Matthew. I don't know how old you are, but there was a study done in the late 80s, early 90s. And now we're talking when $100 billion was $100 billion. Inflationally adjust $100 billion from 1990 to today and see the kind of money we're talking about. And that's the kind of slippage Medicaid fraud was allowing. Back then, they were allowing it. And instead of getting to the bottom of it, they just increased the spending. When I say they, I'm talking about politicians on both sides of the aisle. So what's the odds? 100%, Matthew. What happened in Minnesota is happening in Wisconsin. It is happening in Illinois. You know how you know exactly where it's happening to, Matthew? Do you have any idea?
No.
Wherever Democrats are in charge. Because the Democrat mafia, when it's the government, protects and insulates. They do more than aid and abet. They profit. Ileana Omar, $30 million. What'd she do it? Selling turbans?